Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we are going to be talking about one of our favorite topics, and that topic is gear. So today we are going to be talking about what is in my camera bag wedding edition. Now, fun fact and disclaimer, I have several, and I mean several different wedding film bags, and the reason why I have so many is because it depends on the level and scale of the wedding. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite bags, which is the Airport Security V3. But besides that one, I have the Production Manager 30 V2, I have the Nanook 950, and I have the original gangster, the Pelican 1510. So depending on the wedding, depending on the scale, depending on the amount of equipment, I will use one of these different bags. But today in this video, we are going to be talking about the Airport Security V3. So you ready? Let's get it. Let's talk about some gear. All right, so here we are. Top view courtesy of Osmo Pocket 3. So we're gonna break it down into camera and lenses, monitor, audio, and then the rest of the accessories. So my weapon of choice, as you all know in this channel, is the Sony FX3. I am a big fan of the Sony FX3. For me, in my opinion, it is the best wedding camera. It's the undefeated king. Again, it's my opinion, but just don't take my opinion. Pay attention to how a lot of creators, a lot of wedding filmmakers have been switching slowly to the FX3. Not the A7S III, which I still love. It's just there's something magical about the Sony FX3. All right, even people from Canon are switching to Sony. Long are the days where Canon used to be the king of color science, which I still love how Canon looks, but this right here is the king of filmmaking in my opinion. So this is my main one. This is my FX3A. Of course, it is on the 2470 Gangster Mode Mark II. Now, I have a love and hate relationship with 2470 on my lens, but you know, when it comes to weddings, sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles. So this is the one that stayed here. Now, the reason why I went back to the 2470, because my favorite lens before, you know, was, and it still is, this is my favorite gimbal lens. This is another FX3. This is my FX3V. This is for my second shooter. So again, in my company, all my shooters are on payroll and they use my gear. So FX3V, and it's on the Tamron 20-40. Still love this lens. Since the day it came out, it has been my favorite lens. For handheld, has been my favorite lens. For gimbal, and as you can see, this is the one that was on the FX3A. So I still have it. So when it comes to now dance floor shots and everything, this is the lens that I go to the dance floor. My second shooter has this one on a different angle because I like to capture multiple angles. I'm not just the one on the dance floor. Me and my second shooter, we are on the second dance floor. So FX3B with the Tamron 20-40. Now, FX3Z, I said Z, FX3C, another FX3 with the 70-200 G Master 2. This lens is a must have, especially for wedding ceremonies, first dance, and speeches. So as you can see in my bag, I have everything already ready to shoot. We don't have different lenses to pull out. We just pull out and we ready to shoot right away. Already spoke about this one. This is another Tamron 20-40. This will be my lens when I'm on the dance floor. Canon 100mm macro lens. Yes, it's a Canon and it has a Metabong EF2E mount. This is when I used to shoot Canon before. This is the one lens that I kept, and I just bought the adapter so I can continue to use it with my Sony cameras. This is a specialty lens. Do you need it? No. But does it come handy for specialty shots? Yes, because this is my ring shot lens. This is my ring shot lens. This is the one that I use, is my go-to to do those macro, beautiful ring shots when I do those shots. So Again, if it ain't broke, why fix it? This lens works perfectly because I use it on manual focus. So right there. And then another 70-200, but this one is an f4. And before you start saying, ew, it's an f4, let me tell you something. I am going to make a video about how f4 is an underrated aperture to shoot films. Like if you pay attention to cinema films, all these Hollywood films, you think that they are being filmed on f2.8, f1.4, you know, for that bokeh. No, they actually on f4 or higher, but that's a completely different topic. So again, when we do speeches, we'll have two 70-200s. Why? Because I love the compression when I'm focusing this on the bride and groom, and then the other one on the person speaking. The compression on this thing is amazing. So another one, and it's super light. This is the G1, so it's still super light. So that's all my lenses. Now, I do have other lenses that will belong in the other camera bags, so I'll talk about those in another video. But yes, I do have the 50mm f1.2, the most beloved B-roll lens in the wedding world. 24 f1.4, the 20 f1.8, we have 16-35. Tamron 35-150 was used to live in this bag, but I'll do a separate video why I no longer use that lens. That lens is amazing, but there's just one flaw that I cannot get over with. And I'll talk about it in another video. But again, everything is said. I don't bring any extra lenses that I am not going to use. These are the lenses that I use. This bag is designed to be quick and precise. Everything is ready, everything that I absolutely need. I found that sometimes when we have too many lenses, we get too confused, and I'd rather just be straight to the point and get to shooting with the lenses that I need. Now, let's move into audio. Audio is going to be broken down into different areas. Main driver for reception is the Zoom F6. And you noticing that every device has a tentacle sync. I'll speak about that in a moment. But the F6, why the F6 and not the F3? I still have the F3. It belongs in another bag. But again, this one here, because of time code. And I have the power, you know, to connect multiple mics. Just when I split the mic for when I speak to the DJ to split the mic, I will have one just clean signal from the mic. I have one sound coming from the board, and then I'll have the DJ microphone when the DJ has more than one microphone. That's why I love the multiple inputs on the F6. Workhorse, been using this for years, probably ever since I came out. Probably, yes, most likely. So F6 for my lavaliers. You guessed it, 3 tentacle sync track E's. Both these, since they came out, I've been a fan of it. I tried Didi, I tried any other brands. I am a huge Tentacle fan. No, this video is not sponsored by Tentacle. As a matter of fact, this video is not sponsored by anybody. I bought everything here myself. Nothing was free. So, Tentacle Sync 3, groom, bride, and officiant. I always mic my brides. If one thing you're gonna know about me is that I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puff when it comes to audio. So I have 3. Again, groom, bride, and officiant. Each camera, they have a permanent Tentacle Sync keys. Each camera has it. This one has it. It doesn't move. It stays there 24/7. Same thing, same setup. These two are kind of identical setups. You know, mine's and my second shooter. Again, stays there. And this one right here, F6, has it too. And although once you sync on the F6 with one sync E, it will hold the sync. I just don't like to lose the clock, so I leave it on at all times. So 4 sync E's and 3 track E's to make sure that everything is synchronized. Let me tell you something. If you're having transition to a time code production when it comes to weddings, what are you waiting for? It's gonna change your life completely. For my B-roll, I have my Insta360 X4. I put this on my gimbal, or I will put it on top of my camera when I'm doing dance floor. And this is what I use pretty much for my B-roll, so I can have some B-roll, because you know we live in a world where you got to show everything on social, all the stuff that you're doing. Let's continue. For monitors, 2 Portkeys LH5P2. Love this monitor. Absolutely love this monitor. And because, you know, I'm in the production world as well. Small HD Indy 7. Not the Cine 7, this is the Indy 7. So, you know, sometimes you need a bigger monitor to be able to see everything. So this is the monitors that I use. I use it on a monopod, or I use the port keys when I'm handheld to pretty much see everything better. Again, nothing special. SD card holders. I use the ProGrade V60s. I'm sorry, B90s, not B60s, B90s. So each FX3 has a 256. I have backups as a 128 gigs. And then I use the regular SanDisk just for the F6. And of course, my micro SD. So nothing special with this. I don't use the Sony's Type 8, even though I own two, but I really don't use them as much. The ProGrade B90s are perfect, especially in the codec that I film with. For my communication with my second shooter, of course, Holy Land, Solicoms, the C1s. I have two, one for me and one for my second shooter. And I love that it fits perfectly in this bag. In this section, pretty much my accessories. I have, of course, an aperture light just in case if I need it. Lighting is important. I'll do a second part of what's in my camera bag, the lighting and tripod edition. This is just pretty much the camera on my think tank. So again, we have two of these, one for me and one for my second shooter as a backup. This is just a backup because normally we would light up the dance floor. We use the Aperture, the Lightstone LX60, the infamous LX60 for weddings. But again, this is just a holder for this, again, another Aperture light. Where's this beautiful light? For this amazing light. I did a video already about it. Oh my God, I love this light, the CMBM24. This is a sleeper. You need this. This light will save you in a pinch. The power this little light has and the beam angle is just ridiculous. So you need this in your life. Again, CMBM24, look it up in B&H. This light is a game changer. It will save you in a pinch. And I use this holder pretty much to have this light. Again, Sony charger. So when I charge extra batteries, I always have a whole bunch of batteries. But again, have that. I use this to when I have my cameras on tripods. Each tripod has an Anton Bauer battery grip. Not a battery grip, but a battery brick. Let me call it that. Let me show you what it is. So each tripod, and again, I'll speak more on the other bags. Each tripod has one of these. This is why I never run out of juice, and I only have the Sony charger just as a mega backup. But each tripod has one of these. I will connect one of these cables to the battery bank and then plug the FX3 to USB so it can stay with one camera. I don't use a dummy battery, not because I don't like it, just because I love the versatility of being able to have it connected through USB. And if I need to be on the floor, I just have to remove the USB charging, remove the camera, and I'm back on the floor. So 2 cables for 2 tripods. And of course, you know, batteries for my light. Now in the other pouches, no big deal. I have microphone cables. Oh, again, sorry. Dummy battery for the monitor when I have it connected with the power bank. So I use that for the monitor. So on the pouches, nothing serious. HDMI cables, I have 6 inches and 12 inches. They're all from SmallRig HDMI cables, nothing special. Just those cables right there. My lavaliers, Sony batteries, and stickies. So when I mic the Bright. So we'll get into more of why I mic the Bright and how do I mic the Bright in another video. If you're really interested about that, let me know in the comments. So pretty much this is what is in my Think Tank Airport Security V3. These are my weapons. Again, this bag is designed pretty much to be ready to shoot. Oh, and because I shoot on S-Log, they all have Polo Pros, Peter McKinnon, V&D, Miss. This one is not the Miss edition because I broke the 82 and then I was, I had a wedding and I couldn't wait for the Miss edition to come from B&H. So I end up buying just the regular one. But every other camera has the Mist Edition from Peter McKinnon. This is version 2. Love it. Eventually in the future, maybe I'll get the Helix. I like the fact that you can remove it and put it back into the camera really fast. But in my case, they stay always on the camera, so they never come off, because I always shoot in S-Log and I shoot in Cine EI. Another video about that, why I shoot in Cine EI. So I only jump between 800 and 12,800, nothing in between. I like to make sure that all my cameras are getting the highest dynamic range as possible. So this is what's in my camera bag. Let's finish up the video. So there you have it. That's what's in my camera bag. Think Tank Airport Security V3 wedding style. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the gear? And please, let's have a conversation about what do you use for your weddings, what you shoot with, and what type of bags you have, and how many bags do you use for your weddings, okay? So again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.